Let's see how to install WordPress on Ubuntu 24.04. So first thing, let's make sure that our package list is up to date. To do that, I'm going to run apt update. And notice that throughout this video, I'm already logged in as root. If you're not logged in as root, you might have to add sudo for basically most of the commands. But I'm not going to do that because I am already logged in as root. Okay, so our package list is now up to date. And now we're going to install a few things. So apt install. And I'm going to install MySQL server. I'm going to install MySQL client. I'm going to install PHP. And I'm also going to install PHP-MySQL. And on top of that, I'm also going to install unzip. So I think that this is the minimal set that's really required. Okay, and let's go ahead and install. Won't take too long. So while this is being installed, let's go to wordpress.org. And here I'm going to choose Get WordPress from the top right. And here we can see this big blue button that says Download WordPress. And at the time of this recording, the latest version is 6.8. So this is what we're going to download. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to download it here to my local computer. I want it in my server. So I'm going to right click here and then copy link. And back in my server, it's going to look like this, wget. And here I'm going to paste the link that I just copied. And this will get the latest version of WordPress on my server. And if we run ls now, here we can see this file, latest.zip. And now I'm going to use unzip. So unzip -q for quiet and then the name of the file, which is latest. Let's run this command. And if we run ls now, we can see that we now have a folder called WordPress. Now, first, I want to remove everything that I currently have in var www.html. var www.html and then asterisk, because I want to delete all of the content that's in this folder. So let's do it. Now this folder should be empty. And now I'm going to move everything from my WordPress folder to this folder. So let's move everything from the WordPress folder to this folder, to var www.html. So all of the content will move from this folder to this folder. Okay. And the next thing I want to do is I want to change the owner of the HTML folder. And this can be done using the change owner command. So change owner, and the owner that I want to use is called www.data. This is basically the user of the Apache service. This will allow full write control over this folder to this user, and it will make the installation much easier. So this is the owner, www.data. And the folder I want it to own is exactly this one, var www.html. So this is what I'm going to specify here, var www.html. Okay. And now, if I list the folders in my www folder, so ls-l var www, I can see that I have here one folder which is called HTML, and look who the owner is, www.data. So it will make things quite easier. What we need to do now is to find the IP address of this server. And I can do that using ipdra. This is the IP address. Let's copy this and let's try to access the website. Okay, and it's saying welcome to WordPress, blah, blah, blah. In a minute, we will install WordPress. We need one more thing before we can do that, and this is creating the database and the user for the database. So to do that, I'm going to run sudo MySQL. And now I'm connected to MySQL on my server. And first thing we need to do is to create a database. And to do that, I'm going to run create database. And you can basically use whatever name you want for the database. I'm going to call mine WPDB. But you can choose whatever name you want. Next, we need to create a user that will connect to this database. And to do that, I'm going to run create user. And then the name of the user, I'll go with my name, at localhost, identified by, and then you need to specify the password you want for this user. I'm going to go with password, but you should probably go with something a bit more secure. And the user was created, and now we need to grant full privileges to this database. This user needs full privileges to this database. And this can be done using this command, grant all privileges on, and then the name of the database, which is WPDB, followed by the name of the user, which I'm just going to copy from here, and it's going to go here, semicolon, and I think that we are okay in this regard. Yeah, I forgot two. Here we need privileges on the database.asterisk to the user. Okay, and we are okay now. So now this user should have full access to this database. Let's quit. Okay. And we can go back to the website now that we have the database. So let's go. Database name. Here I'm going to copy the name of the database. This is going to be this. Let's paste it here. Username. This is my username. Let's copy this and paste it here. Password. This is the password. Copy this and paste it here. And the database host is going to be localhost. This is fine, so let's submit. Okay, and it's letting us know that it's basically it's okay. So let's run the installation. And now we need to provide the title for the website. Example blog works fine for me. Username. And here I'm doing something that you really shouldn't do. I'm using the same user that I used for the database. This is really something you shouldn't do. I'm just doing it for simplicity, but try to be a bit more secure than that. And then we also need the password. Once again, I'm going to go with the worst password possible. Don't do it. And let's confirm use of weak password. And we also need to provide some email here. I'll just go with this thing. And let's install WordPress. And we're done. So let's now log in. I need to provide the username and password that I chose. And let's log in. Yeah, and here is the WordPress dashboard. And if we click here, we can see the website itself.